Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to stream. Short Wednesday stream today. What? Playing more Avowed. Crazy, I know. What? I did not see this coming. What? I wasn't told. Lou, hello, good morning. Oh, thank you. I sometimes when I do the chat for stream, it seems like I don't know if it's gonna work. So getting an early messages is awesome because I know it is working. Thank you. Because I know I should probably just like send a test message myself in chat, but it seems so sad. I don't know. Mic check 1 2 testing 1 2 3 testing. Welcome. I don't know what. Ooh, extra letters. I don't think what do I know you have a preferred scramp? I don't know if I have the data. There's I've got a lot of options. There's a little base guy. They're pretty basic. Plushie one. Okay. And then but was it plushie one or like both plushies? I know that's funny. I had it I was gonna switch to the plushie ones, but then I couldn't remember. Two more plushies is, I know, a silly question to ask, but I don't know if I've ever encountered someone who liked plushies and didn't have like a bunch, because generally when you like something like plushies, it's like more is better. I mean, well, if you can't use anything in the room, then you like, you know, pull back, but like an arm load, you know, why not? Look, he's pretty Gremblo. Look at that thing. Yeah, I know. Doing another art stream is on my is pretty high on my list. But unfortunately there are a lot of games I want to play, and so I haven't figured it out yet. But I've been drawing a bunch recently off stream, and sometimes I'm like, oh wait, I should draw on stream. And I haven't done little like gremlin stuff in a while, or something like that. And I definitely could do some more random crap like that. Oh, sorry, my good short day stream, to be honest. Yeah, that's true. Because I don't think I've ever done like well, actually I don't remember. I feel like often my art streams were not full length. And I can't remember. Oh, that's interesting. I went to go load up the game, and what the Xbox Game Pass app that I used to download and play Avowed said content failed to load. And it's like, why don't you try checking your connection and start? I'm like, it's on. I've downloaded the game. Wait, oh, okay. Well, turning it off and on worked, I guess. It's a lot of art. Yeah, well, I think I was generally running out of steam. The biggest hurdle between streaming the art right now is I got like a stylus thing for my old iPad that I've had lying around for a while, because I've always wanted to try like digital art with like a thing, and I've been really liking it, but I know there's definitely a couple different ways to stream a mobile device on PC, with varying degrees of complexity and hardware. And I just haven't even started looking at it. I know there's a couple things that let you mirror the software so you can draw on the PC with the iPad, but I've just been drawing on the iPad, so I don't actually want to draw on the PC. I just want to mirror the screen, and I need to I need to figure that out, but it could be really easy. But I'm lazy and I haven't done that yet. And so the short streams are good like that, where it's like, oh, I could just, you know, whip that out, except for I haven't done the legwork. And so it's on my list, and it's mostly on my list for like, I need to get around to figuring it out. But that was, I've been using my iPad a lot more, and that's where I started drawing the random little guys. Surprise. And some of them have lived only on my iPad, and so because I see some of the ones on my phone a lot, but the ancient ones on my iPad are some of them are kind of sauce, kind of fire, kind of goated. And I was like, damn, I need to go back to making some more of these. But then also, I was like, some of these were pretty good. Game changer figured out drawing on the iPad. It's the tools are so powerful. It's crazy. It almost feels like cheating. I don't know. It's like, oh, it's crazy. That is, you know, sometimes I worry about technology, and the world and people and stuff, and I guess the argument he made that the more that the technology does for you, the less people would know how to do like physical media art, like actual painting or watercolor, or pastel, or like charcoal, any of the actual multitude of physical art media. But I'm assuming that there will always be people who are passionate about that. So I don't think I need to worry about that part. But Mount Forya, it's not for ya, it's for me. But man, the accessibility of being able to produce like surprisingly quality art so quickly is so cool. It's so cool. And like there's trying to figure out how to use, because I'd heard a bunch of really good stuff about what's it called, Procreate. Yeah. That's what I've been using a bunch, because I heard so many positive things about it for so long that I was like, well, I should try it out. And then there's like, they have a great little like tutorial series on YouTube from like the actual thing that gets you familiar with some of the tools and things Procreate's what he is too. Yeah, let's go. I mean, it's like anytime I heard about art and using well, it was like there was a couple different things, because there's a lot of people who use like they talk about using a tablet, but then I have no idea what they're drawing on or how they're doing it. But I'd heard about Procreate a lot, and I'd seen like little tutorials and things, and it's like it's great. I do not regret. I've put a lot of time into that, and like that it can do. You do all like it's got good like all tactile, all tappy and sliding around, and all the good zoom and cropping and images and color fill and color change, and it's got the palettes, and you got your organization things and all like the good standard tools. But then it can do like animations and stuff too. Like what the fuck? Yeah, I'd heard a lot of good stuff. I mean, I haven't actually tried any other iPad drawing software, so I don't know if we're missing out. But I would so far I couldn't imagine using something like them. There's nothing I'm missing. Super easy to use. Yeah, I'm like, I was kind of like a lot of things. I opened it up and I was like, oh. But everything is super simple once you know what it is. And I mean, there's definitely. I imagine it probably wouldn't be that hard if you like a great way to art. Probably just to test things out. And like it's fast, so like even if you're doing something that isn't turning out, all of it is very trial and error, easy to. Oh, and that you can make your own brushes and stuff. Like I've just barely dabbled a little bit in that. Oh, I did. Although I forgot about. There's so much stuff. I made a brush for scales that I was doing, and it turned out really well. Cause I had I was trying to do hair shading, and I was like, I wanted something that was more strandy. And I was like, I bet someone's done that. So I looked up like it's funnily enough, a hair brush, but not like a hairbrush, but like a brush for hair. And I found like it was like 10 brushes to make and procreate, and I only like used the setup for one of them because there was just the hair one that was in it, and I didn't really do any of the other ones. But then after that I was like, oh wait, okay, I know the process. And so I made one for doing scales, and it turned out really well. It was I was so happy with it. Can I just jump this? No, that would be cool though. Parkour. Brush packs out there. Oh, I haven't looked into that. Because is it kind of just like I know that for like Photoshop you can just like download things. I didn't know how easy that was, or if it was possible for Procreate. That's cool. Okay, I should look into that. See what kind of fancy things people have come up with. That's sick. Okay. Whenever I saw brush packs and like download stuff, I always assumed it was for the like Photoshop and like CSPs of the world. A little money, a lot of it for free. Yeah, okay. I didn't know that Procreate I could do that. How complicated is that to do with iOS shenaniganing? Because I've always had a Keaton tablet. I've always had like it's significantly at least more complicated for me to figure out how the file stuff works on iOS than like desktop, but I haven't tried. Ooh. Cause it's okay, this is not working. So it's just right there. Can't remember, but I definitely have them on my mini, so it works. Okay, because it's like the only file stuff that I've gotten eventually to work on my like phone, because I have my my VTuber model on my phone right now that's running an app that has the avatar, and I had to plug it in to my PC and like move some files around in like the iTunes app thing, which was super weird to me because I wish I could just do it like on the device. Dropbox situation. Okay, because I bet there's probably some way to like you put it like there's probably like a brushes folder that the application has. Okay, I mean I probably should just not be as much of a iOS pussy about that stuff. No, I haven't been like, It's not probably not that difficult, but for some reason I'm like, what? I have to do an extra step. I don't know. For some reason I'm weird about that. Ooh, a superb sword. But that's fascinating. Okay. Interesting. I for some reason I had just was like, nope, not, it's on the iPad, you couldn't do that. I don't know. Time and weather, destroy the original tablet. Lone figure giving thanks in front of what appears to be an oasis enclosed in a cave. Well, that's probably this place. Okay. Not even like a little unique in here? Not a little like game thing? Although I think one of the big reasons I was like, oh, I want to make a bunch of brushes and things, but I've like touched or used probably less than a quarter of the ones that are on the, you know, in the program by default. And so I think part of me is like, I could go and get a bunch of fancy things and might be inspired to do something, or maybe it would solve a problem that I've been having, but I know that the chances are high that there's probably already one that could do it already. And so I'm like, I really need to, you know, scientific method fuck around and find out more. Just in general. Can I climb this? No? How many commies? Wow. Okay. Fine. Okay. No climb. Ooh, health potion. Health potion. But yeah, ooh, there's nothing up here. Then where's the sparkle? I'm trying to be more persistent about arting. It's hard stuff. Favorite faves in the default brushes. Yeah, I've been jumping around between the oh wow, that was a hair in my mouth. TMI. I've been jumping around between some of the like the inking ones and some of the painting ones. Recently I've been really liking the gouache paintbrush for some reason.
Who are you, spirit?
Oh,
Go
Captain
away.
Aelfir got
I know you're not real. I'll stop you if I
got
must.
dream scourged real hard.
Trap cuts. The fox cries at the pain of the hare. The justice of the wild.
The plagues corrupted the rest of us. The steel garrot. Now our minds broken. I won't let it take me. I'll keep my sanity.
Well, she's trying.
Not real. You can't.
Oh, I don't know how well it's going.
Go away, spirit.
Hey, look, it's Captain Aelfir.
Damn.
Time has not been kind to her, has it?
No.
Is that my name? Alfie.
She didn't remember her name?
I've been wondering.
Oh no.
But is it me I'm frightened of? Or her?
Wow, she's that's rough. I'm still working on like, I should probably just start from like basics and things and like learn to sketch and stuff, but I'm sort of just like trying to jump in and imitate art that I've liked for a long time and figuring out how to like replicate certain effects and things myself. And I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but I'm getting semi-decent results, so I'm working on it. But it's like I'm trying to get more comfortable with using like more transparent stuff and layering to get a more consistent look. Because I think for a while I was trying to do things and I was like, oh, it needs to be, you know, like clean and precise and nice, and then it looked bad, like really bad. And it's like, it's better to be like messy but have the right overall idea, and then when you pull back you don't notice all the like 1,000 little mistakes. Whereas when it's like, if you're doing it trying to be like, yes, one clean line, if there's a single bump or a single aberration at some point, then you're like, I notice it. But when you've got like the patchwork, and so I'm working on trying to figure out how to make art that I like and looks good. But that's a lot of effort. Lynn must be desperate if you're the best watch she can muster.
My soul is mine. Mine, it will not be despoiled. What was that prayer Ludwig taught us to banish the visions? Fearsome Mordecai, by your withering gaze, I bind this tricksome devil. Oh gods, it's still there. I see the canopy of a tree inside your soul. No! Stop looking at me. I don't want to see it.
Right. She's gone. I'd almost suggest leaving her like this.
Yeah. Oh, perception 8 out of 9. This is pointless. Let's go find the rest of them.
None shall pass, she said. Of the ruin of the rival, the seed of the poisonous tree.
I guess we're killing her.
Wodeka, bind you, villain.
Oh.
Take him down.
I didn't know there was a Steel Garrote camp here. I mean, it makes sense, but... goodbye. So long. Oh. I guess looking at her was taking my frames. Death Knight gloves. Superb scale armor and a superb greatsword. Guess we finally found those gloves, although I'm wearing these sick, sexy, iridescent babies right now. Be hard pressed to replace that. Our dream still devised. Find Inquisitor Ludwig. Oh. I guess this is an alternative main quest.
Keep quiet.
Interesting. I did not expect this. Steel Garrote Priest. Be gone! Oh, they didn't notice that at all.
Maintain the perimeter. Keep a secret.
It's looking like, one-shotting from stealth is making stealth a lot more legit. I think stealth is broken. I genuinely, I'm pretty sure at this point that I've seen enough that I'm pretty sure stealth does not do extra damage. Which, it feels insane to me that, like, there's probably something I've done somewhere in, like, a stat thing that has turned it, like, off somehow. But imp catchers, what are these? 25 max stamina, 15% move speed, dodge distance. There's a lot better testing I could do to figure it out. Like, I could try and fight similar enemies and like turn bonuses on and off and take their skills, turn them off, turn on, and see if the damage changes. But it doesn't seem like it's working. And that's funny for like multiple reasons, because it, like, what? Even if it's a like a niche thing that happened where I like used a certain couple skills together, but like if someone was putting together a stealth build, wouldn't they naturally want to take all the stealth bonuses? And so presumably whatever broke it is one of those. And so even if it's like, I don't know. Because like one of the first ones that was supposed to increase the damage was the oh, it's not gonna show in here, but it's the shrine effect, the totem. Where is it? Yeah, because this increases your damage against unaware enemies by 25% from Skane's totem. But there's supposed to be a base damage to unaware enemies, right? Where are my skills? Oh, this one. What doesn't say? But I've got like a couple things that are supposed to be increasing damage. Like this one's supposed to be another 35% damage against unaware enemies. And so I'm supposed to be doing like 55% increased damage against unaware enemies. And as far as I can tell, I'm doing 0% increased. At least based on the numbers that are appearing on my screen. And this is like the 5th time that I've complained about it on stream because I'm just baffled. Because like, if I shoot this guy, it says 2378. And he was supposed to be unaware. But if I shoot this guy, who is another initiate, it says 2378. Although, wait, did I? I know I one-shot the first guy. So they all say 2378. So that implies to me that that first shot did not do more damage. And this is not the greatest testing because, but I'm also fairly, that first shot killed the guy, and then I shot another enemy that had the same name, so he should have the same health and resistance stats presumably as the others. Ostensibly, oh, some lockpicks, those are nice. And it did the same damage. It's. I wish I wanted to do more minute testing, but there's no way. There's no way that it's working. And for that, like, core of a system to just not be doing anything is... I'm struggling to wrap my head around it. Because, like, I think the bow was probably supposed to be a viable weapon. Because if all my, you know, sneak attack stats were actually working, it's possible that the bow would be doing like double damage from stealth. And if you doubled the bow's damage, it might be capable of one-shotting. But right now, it is not. Sorcerer. I'm like, what? But how is that not a core playstyle? Did no one check that stealth works? It makes me feel like I'm going crazy. Yeah. But as I like to do with most games I play, or most, well, I guess not all, but a lot of games that I play, I try and avoid spoilers of any kind, whether it be story or gameplay. But sometimes there are games that I'm playing that I am watching stuff when I'm not done, but those are more, you know, kind of like MMO type, or not MMO type, just like broader strategy or something. And so I'm kind of looking for what other people are doing and just like things in general, maybe as well. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to think of examples because I feel like there's something in my head. Anyway, just sometimes there are things I play that I'm watching stuff, but this, I'm definitely waiting till I'm done with my first playthrough to even begin trying to perceive content. And so I'll be very curious to see either people talking about how good their stealth is, or if, you know, things. I want to see their damage and see if it, like, specifically my playthrough was just bugged, or if maybe there are people doing videos about, like, does stealth do nothing? Yeah. Because I'm very curious. Because I'm like, what? I feel like I'm going mad, or maybe no one else is doing this. because I feel like I almost felt like I was being led away from this playstyle based on its effectiveness. But I think it's because it doesn't work. But I think I wouldn't be too crazy to imagine that people were trying it like me, and then when it wasn't doing as well as I liked, or presumably they would like, then, you know, you just kind of switch and try something else. But I'm stubborn.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what I'm gonna do, and so this is what I was doing. Hey, where is this plant? It's right here. But I'm very curious. Okay, so this is a main quest type location. I would go in there, but I'm worried, since it's Ludwin related, I'm worried that it would end up being like, oh, so you've come to work with me, and I'm sure I could be like, no, I'm here to put you down or something. But just in case that the game is like, oh, we see that you've sought out the Inquisitor Ludwin. You must be loyal to the Empire or something.
Yeah.
So, so I'm gonna do that in a bit.
Keep quiet.
Now that's a lot of Zarps. Who do I go for first? There's a destroyer. Is there any priests I can see? Oh, Marius, you are not stealthing very well, my guy. Maybe we go for a double kill. Although I think I don't have enough damage to kill the big one. Well, either of them for that matter. Because also just even if this was like, even if like there was a developer response to me specifically, even in that regard, even if they're like, no, stealth is working for you, if they could verify that, that would be, I think I would still be like, wow, because my build is for them. I mean, I only have 2 points in the stealth damage skill. But I have the stealth damage totem. Do I still have the rings that give me stealth damage? I should probably take those off. Oh no, this one, I think this was like I switched to like the crit damage one. Yeah, crit damage and ranged weapon. Yeah, so I don't have any of that on, but like, my build is, you know, I've put some stuff into the stealth tree, and I did not one-shot the first enemy I tried to pick off from a camp, which just on paper would seem like bad design. Whoa, what the fuck is this? A fossilized dragon egg? What the hell?
Oh. Who wants to tell the Zarips this is purely ornamental?
I mean, that's cool. Purely ornamental. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's purely ornamental. It's
That egg's more like a giant rock.
sick at this point. Oh,
Do they even know what they're worshipping?
it doesn't matter if it's if it's fossilized and not a real egg. Look at this thing.
That egg's more like a giant rock at this point.
Dude, I'd worship
Do they even
this.
know
What the
they're
fuck? This is
worshipping?
cool. These guys are like, oh, don't they know it's not even a real dragon egg? Well, shut up. What? That thing's awesome. I 100% support the tribalistic lizard men worshipping a unhatchable dragon egg. They're living their best life. See, it's like, you know, I one-shot that guy, but I'm fairly certain I'm one-shotting it because I just simply have that much damage.
Take a moment, people.
Because I think that's I'm fairly certain that like the data points support my theory that stealth currently doesn't do anything. But even if that was untrue, the output of the gameplay system, in this case, if it was functioning, is so lackluster, there would be no point. Like, if I just walked up and shot things, I would simply be doing just as well. I mean, that didn't kill, but it's because I wasn't hitting crit spots. But it's like, it's possible that's why I've been... Oh, he was jumping, I got the headshot. It's possible that's why I've been feeling like, oh, this stealth is weird, and it feels like I could just run up and do stuff because it's just not the doing. Oh. I complain about that a lot. Just because it feels like it impacts me a lot of the time. And that, like, I like having a nice effective build, and so I try and keep an eye on my damage and stuff, and try and figure out what the best approach to situations is. And so when I'm watching it, I'm like, the data is not matching up with what I'm hoping to get out of this gameplay loop. Cause it's kind of like, one of the things that I have picked up from my Souls-likes play style, or playthroughs and things, and my time playing those games is keeping an eye on damage and understanding the relationship between what damage moves you are capable of producing and their speed, reliability, and number of hits it takes to kill something, because you are always... Ooh, a deer and supply cache key. No, I'll have to find the supply cache. You are always safest when everything around you is dead. So, from an offense and defensive perspective, it is better to kill what is trying to kill you as fast as possible. The best defense is a supremely aggressive offense. Because what is dead can't kill you. Most of the time, unless it, poisoned you or has a lingering effect. Especially, I know there's a spider bounty, so that's probably what that big arena is. What's it like?
Zarb tracks. Lots of them. We're entering hostile territory.
It's like that's a nice, really big blast hit is really good, because often, a bigger, slower thing can one-shot, and if you can guarantee you can land a big, slow thing that'll one-shot, then it doesn't matter. But then if it doesn't kill, you probably want to try and use something that can more consistently hit twice. Because it's probably easier to do the consistent thing twice than the slower one a second time, kind of thing. Like, keeping that in mind. And so when my big blunderbuss doesn't work on stealth, I'm always going like, oh, well, I should probably just do, a smaller thing twice. But when it's the stealth mechanics, you really only get it the first time. And so it's just, I think about those things pretty consistently. And so that's part of why it's always in my mind, is because I'm watching my damage and being like, it didn't one shot. Should I be changing my playstyle? Should I switch to the bow? But then the bow does so much less damage that it doesn't, and the reload speed on the musket is fast enough that it really doesn't matter if I'm gonna hit them twice with it. Do we summon the mega spider by going for the loot here? Oof, this is, like, okay, that was faster than I thought. That's what she said. And this isn't even like the biggest one. I'm gonna crouch to try to get a twofer. Oh, that's super cool. I love that you can do that. And I got a double crit from that. So this must not have... No, that wasn't the spider bounty. Wait, they can do a second jump scare? Well, I guess not. Was there not a spider bounty? Maybe there wasn't. Maybe I'm insane. Maybe I finally lost my mind. Finally misplaced my marbles. Okay. Never mind. Margaret's Fury. Yeah. Oh, this is nothing. Ow. Okay, I've not been over there. But I've also not been over here, and this kind of looks like a dead end. Lockbox. Oh, the dead end definitely does not end over there. Let's back towards... Oh, the Solace Keep. Okay, we're pretty close to being done with this upper area. So I should be able to go this way and then loop around. Barodok. All right, Elder Stone Beetle. Okay. Not a crit. Be gone. I do love my arquebus. I love my big boomstick. Arquebus go brrr, my big frosty gun. I'm blasting. I want more of this, if this is a set, I want more so bad of the, what's it called? The Ninagoth's gruesome grasp. I want a full Ninagoth set. This stuff is sexy. I mean, that beetle has the right color. Ow. Crunch. I've been really happy with the sound design of liquids in this game, which sounds really weird to say like that, but like, what I mean by that is like the ambient ocean and lava sounds have just been very, very nice. Oh, I mean, that's great that because I one-shot that guy and then it froze this dude. Sick little combo. Oh, okay, and that's the place that I explored earlier. And this was this kind of Zarep thing that I could see across the way. Okay, so actually I'm probably ready to... I can't really... I could work my way around, but actually it would probably be better to go up that other direction. Nice. Yeah, I think my my overall like rating of the game and like takeaways are changing as I play. I'm still just as happy with like the exploration and stuff, but I think a lot of the other parts of the game I'm less enamored with now. But that I also I haven't engaged with a lot of the other combat systems, and so my dissatisfaction with how stealth is working is probably not super fair to the combat system like as a whole. But I do think, if I am correct, I've somehow managed to talk about this again. I was trying to talk about like the game as a whole, but I somehow managed to make it about stealth again. Even if I haven't done other combat stuff, if one of the main mechanics doesn't work, that probably means something about the game as a whole. But like the story and like quests and things, I think are not the best. And since there's less sandbox elements than you would expect, like you can't just like kill everyone, which you know is a pretty specific thing to you can't like pickpocket. And the lockpicking system I feel like is not very healthy, because I don't really feel like it even rewards specking into that, because it's like, you know, everyone can use the lockpick, so that's normal. I think, you know, you shouldn't gate lockpicking and sneaky stuff to like just the rogues. Am I not supposed to go this way? Why? But like I feel like there probably should have been some way to, if you were more stealthy, more steely, that you could make better use of lockpicks or something. And so like I feel like in a lot of the cases there is an attempt to make multiple climbers journals. Well, thinking daring something dare like this, got to the top just like I said I would. How am I gonna get back down? They're stuck. But then like the one where I opened the gate with the key, but then I had to lockpick the chest. Wait, I feel like I can hear something sparkle. Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. And so that felt pretty lame. This is the key can't be used once, which is like shit. I should have just blown up the wall like I always do. But I was like, oh, I'm gonna not blow up the wall. I'm gonna use the key like not a Neanderthal. I will open the door and then open the chest instead of blasting my way like a barbarian. And then it was like, got punished for that. Which will sometimes happen when you offer, you know, different solutions to things. But it was like, ooh, that's a little bad. What is that? Is that where I was? Oh, because maybe you go through the dungeon, you end up in that place. That place is pretty cool. Okay, I think I need to go use the restroom real quick though. I'll be right back. Ta-da-da! Alright. Lament no longer. I've returned. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What was I doing? Just running around, causing general chaos and mayhem. Get in box. Let's go. That is a very good emote. I don't know. I just want to say emoji sticker. I don't know if YouTube has a different name for them. Wait, there's probably what is these emotes? Yeah. That's what the little button's called. Okay, I was like. Watch yourselves. Emote. Just kind of delayed. Hopefully not too much, but yeah. It's possible that I might have, I don't remember what setting stream is on right now. Because for a while I was doing low latency versus ultra low. I think I've been doing low for a while, but sometimes it can depend on just like random factors. Hopefully it's not too bad. Oh, these things are so tanky. Not tanky when they're dead. Oh wow, what a good miss. Oh, there's a priest, a high priest.
They try to run a farm in the Tusks.
Skadoosh. Where are you? Oh, it's a screamer. On the left? Where? Oh, on the roof. It's on the roof. On the roof. The roof. The roof is on fire. Thinking right after you said it or figured it out. Ah. That's good. An echo. You're like, oh, wait, no, I could have. Yeah. Rip. It is what it is. Well, I think either way. I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh, sometimes I reach the correct answer. I'm like, oh, wait, no, I got it. But sometimes when I'm talking to people, I'm like, okay, I think I know what, or you know, like, I'm trying to like work my way, figure out like what they meant or what they're asking and stuff. Oh, some nice graves. And sometimes even if I think I've gotten it, getting like a here lies Ilinka and we're Fane and Ilinka. Getting confirmation is never never a bad thing. I mean, like, yes, I agree that we've reached the same consensus. I'm like, especially because I'm mostly just stream of conscience talking. Mushroom Farm Manifest. Turnip. Marina. I'm probably supposed to read these and be like, someone was probably like doing something. Oh my, look at this. There's so much lore in this game. I don't got that dog in me right now. It's too much reading. I'm not here for a book. I'm here for adventure. But like a lot of time I'm just like saying stuff. So getting actual feedback interaction is always nice, especially I concur. Thank you. Well, especially sometimes I just read them late. Like I think that's probably from a little bit ago, but sometimes I'm distracted. I'm not super. I don't spend a ton of time in streams and things, so I'm not super familiar with like etiquette or whatever. But I'm trying to spend more time to figure it out, like common practices and stuff. But I'm pretty sure it's normally kind of messy. There's normally it's kind of asynchronous. Things just happen, and it's like you know, we're just throwing darts at a dartboard and hoping it works out. Elder Adrabeetle. I think there's something else I was also gonna say, but I can't remember what it was. I feel like it was related to chatting or something, but now I can't remember what it was. Damn. Oh. Thought has left the building. Did they even help? Standing in the background like goons. I think it's possible I was just gonna talk about that. Like sometimes people say things and I'm so confused, and then there is no forthcoming elucidation, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll never know. I'm like, what? I do think that I in particular, or at least more so than I've seen from a majority of others, it's like normally I think what the play is, you know, people see like chat message, they formulate, you know, what they think the intention is, and then respond in that way. But a lot of times I potentially overthink it, but I'm trying, because like I have a hard time determining one possible intention from just pure text being like, there could be, you know, is there irony, is it a joke, is it silly, is it I don't know, you know, there's like, you know, there's a lot of different like moods and things, and so a lot of times I will formulate potential meanings and things and kind of be like, is it one of these? I don't know if you meant that as a compliment, an insult, or a suggestion, but and then when oftentimes when I'm looking for clarification, it is not forthcoming, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I feel like I get if someone was like, oh, they didn't know what I meant, but I also would imagine that like I don't feel like that's inherently rude to ask. Like, oh, what? I'm curious what the potential implications of what you said were. I don't know. Was that weird? I feel like then they just leave, and I'm like, I don't know. If you say something in a chat, aren't you looking for some sort of interaction? And if I'm like, oh, interesting, I read what you said, and I don't think I have a 100% understanding of it. Could you potentially speak more? And they're like, I'm out. Not weird at all. Okay. Well, thank you for the confirmation. Increased affidavit. Hey, Ambassador Hilgard. Oh, a friend in the council. It's funny, sometimes I feel like my perception of things gets skewed sometimes. But I'm like, oh, what the heck? I feel like I'm trying to have a conversation sometimes with people, and they're just like, no. It kills me to leave, but I can't stay when there's no food left for the Tusks. There's a lot of ambiguity in just text. Right. And like it gets easier the more you interact with a person, both in text, out of text, etc. But like I find it really hard to do really quickly with a person you've never seen before. And I'm like, although it was because the other day someone said something, I can't remember what it was now specifically, and then they're like, it was a joke. And I was like, oh, it was the I was playing this game and it's like, it's not running super well, and someone's like, it might blow up your PC, and I was like, I don't think so, and they're like, that was a joke, and I was like, oh shit. My bad. I don't know, I think that's what I was thinking of, but I don't know, because I was like, they're like, careful. Oh, I mean, he's like, careful, your PC might explode. And I was like, no, it's okay. It'll be fine, it won't explode. Watching that stream yesterday, you saw that. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Where, because I feel like it could be, I've seen it, you know, well, maybe, I guess maybe the most of the times I've seen that was, I don't think I've ever encountered that really, like, with, like, in person. Maybe I've just been interpreting that kind of statement wrong the whole time.
Yeah.
I think generally it's also, I think it's possible I might be, I don't know what the correct term exactly is, but possibly like over defensive is pretty close when it comes to certain things where I'm like, hey, I can handle my my tracking's gone. I can handle my own like setup and technology, and when someone's like, hey, careful, it might explode, I'm like, I know it's fine. What do you? I know what I'm doing. That's possibly where that comes from. So I came all the way down here, and the only thing here is a chest I can't open because I don't have enough lockpicks. Sick. It's also just text. There's no lol, additional sarcastic joking hint. I know, we love a good lol. Or I really like the either colon or semicolon P, either uppercase or lowercase, where you're like, oh, my explode. Stick that tongue out and you're like, I'm just being a little silly. And I don't love when like when you do a bunch of those, because then it gets like too much is too much. But yeah, I know it was like what's slash J, you know, it's like joking or Tumblr speak. I feel like as a chatter I want to make sure there's something getting my intended tone across. I feel very similarly, but I don't know, the more I interact with things, I'm like, well, it's possible I'm not the norm or whatever. But I do like when my viewpoint is echoed. I do love me a little echo chamber every now and then. No, I also it was pretty quickly though, was realizing that like, not specifically like a language barrier, but like there is a whole extra level of, you know, language that I hadn't even considered, that even if you can understand, right, like communicating messages is one thing, but communicating everything else that comes along with like conversation is another thing entirely. And so sometimes I have no clue how much of an impact that's having on communication. Oh, the stealth is really hard to hit stealth-wise, because if they're like on or in the ground, I can hear them or see them noticing them there, and I can't get them. For sure. And at that point, sometimes it's really hard. I was playing a game. I was playing this game called Mechabellum, which is basically I was just doing 1v1s. So there's, you know, it's rife for potential animosity if people are just like PvPing.
In the back, naughty envoy.
Sneaking in the back, naughty envoy. Sneaking in the back of what? I'm just climbing up a cliff, lady. I guess we're sneaking in the back of something. Oh. We are. Where? Warden Outpost Defender. Where the fuck are we? I guess I don't want to do this. What the hell? I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, and someone, according to, like.
Looks like we aren't the only ones out here. Be careful.
I heard something.
I mean, those are just wardens, though, right? I don't want to fight those.
You insist.
Aren't those just dwarves? I don't. Someone they were saying something that I perceived as incredibly rude, or you know, intentionally antagonistic, and then it was partially because they had typed, they had a / instead of a question mark, and that didn't help, because then it was a statement instead of a question. But then I possibly escalated a little bit too quickly. But I was like, I don't know. I kind of made a bad assumption and assumed that they were probably just some person like me, and they were just being rude. And I was like, is English not your first language, or are you just an asshole? Which is probably a little much. And they were like, it isn't. And then I was like, oh shit, now I feel bad. Because I think they definitely were being, well, I'm not clear. It came across very abrasive to me. But I guess I'm kind of unclear now. But they're like, it's not my first language, and I was like, oh fuck. Well, now I seem like a fucking English not your first language. Fuck. And I was like, well, that didn't work. But they were definitely it was definitely, I was both. They were very rude, but it's possible that there was a misunderstanding, and then I was rude too quickly. So it's probably a little bit on both of us.
Live out here like this.
Listen, we're besieged by Mali and her outsiders. Lorraine still begs me to search for the missing Adir and merchant convoy, but we're stretched too thin even for that.
Well, I think I already found that.
I only ask you to hold on a bit longer until our replacement comes.
Radu.
Hey, I will try, but this can't last.
These towers are supposed to be checkpoints for wardens on patrol and travelers out in the wilds. Usually the safest places in the Tusks.
Okay. But the Mechabellum game is sort of rife with egos and
Another hunt, another meal.
all the problems that arise from the clash of that.
Better this time.
It better be after that others before the mortar dies. Are you sure there's not anything else you can give me?
But there's generally not a lot of talking. Ooh. Yeah, well, because it's like there's so much less information, because it's like human conversations involve it's like there's eye contact, body language, posture. Well, body language and posture are pretty much the same thing, but like intonation, and then inflection, where the stress is, like there's so much, and then it's like the text, so we're looking for all the little stuff. Just because we shorthand stuff a lot too. The text, yeah, we're analyzing that quickly, but it was I don't know, it didn't. A lot of, I normally when I see like when I see a letter or something that's missed, I normally do generally look for what could have been like, oh, they sent a W and it was like, oh, they definitely meant to type or hit the, hit the E or something. But the slash I really didn't see coming as not hitting the question mark. Especially because, like, normally if I type that and I mess it up, I would probably immediately so bad at typing. Oh, gunpowder snuff. Gunpowder snuff, let's go. That's the cure we needed.
Wouldn't want to ruin the meal.
I'm not super good at typing very quickly. But I feel like in general I'm pretty good at where it's like, even if there is an S in bad, like, I'm pretty good at being like, I think it's possible that the S was not intended, and therefore you can just read over it. Which, like, so normally I feel like I'm pretty good at that, but that one, I guess it probably has to do with, like, how you perceive it, where it's like, if you or I sent that, it's like, well, I feel like we both know what was meant. But, and so it was like,
this place has seen better days.
If there's a mistake that I perceive as, not obvious, then I would immediately correct it. And so it was like, when they sent the slash instead of the question mark, they didn't immediately, fix it. And so I was like, but maybe you would assume like, well, duh, it's it's the same key. You'd obviously know I meant to, shift it instead of not. But communication errors is probably the root of a lot of misunderstandings and conflicts throughout history, so just really being historically accurate, if anything. Because I also I'm not like, as far as like gaming goes and like online gaming, I'm pretty old. I like in that sphere where like it definitely, I was not around and an adult at the outset at all, but I've been around for almost all the slang and the evolution as such, and so I think it's possible the word, like, so sentinel boots, I think noob has evolved a little bit and is possibly not nearly as inherently negative as it used to be, but I think people are probably like, it's more silly now. And so it's like, and even I've used it sometimes where it's like, oh, it's like, it could be a good title or whatever. It's like newbie, whatever. But when people bring it out, I am immediately assuming that they're attempting to be incredibly negative. Which I think maybe might not be how it is anymore. Sky Mother's Embrace. Look at the coloration on that. That's probably pretty close to what I was looking for, although it's very chitinous, very spiky. What does this do? 3% damage reduction, 20% move speed. Cruel Command, a wand, power attack deal plus 75% stunned enemies with full health. Oh. treasure map, my loyal shield. Well, I guess we might as well buy that. It's on an altar. Okay. Oh, lockpicks. I need those. Oh, I don't remember where. Oh, there was the chest around the cliff. Alright, I'll sell the melee goods. But it's funny, it's like, I don't know, I've been around the gaming, and I would hesitate. I don't want to say, like, it's not like derogatory. Well, maybe a little bit, but like, it's gaming slur. And I think it's possible it's not as bad as it used to be. And so maybe I just need a skill issue, realize that it might not be as language changed with the culture. At the same time, those older meanings and uses are still going to linger for those who are around. Yeah, and it's another thing that, like, right, it normally, if you're even if it's unconscious, if you're talking to someone and you see them and you're like, this person is older or younger, it changes how, like, how you're, you know, I think for people who are aware a little bit, and I think it can happen pretty quickly unconsciously. You're like, oh, I'm gonna shift how I'm talking to have a more accurate conversation with you know, the elders or younger people, and that's another thing you lose. And well, oh god, you know, you don't want to make too many assumptions or change too many things, like too many heuristics and like biases, and be like, oh, this person, it must not be an English speaker, or like, oh, you don't want to go too far. But like, that's another thing you lose in text, is like, if you see them and you're like, oh, this person is not young, and you could make them the wrong assumption based on age and be like, well, this person is older, so therefore they must know older video game slang, and this could be their first video game, so like that doesn't work. But there is extra data there where you could be like, perhaps they, you know,
another
if I was being
damned if I ever saw
called,
the light.
it was like,
So you're the envoy they reported at the gate.
if I was being shit talked by some tween, I probably would be less offended.
Don't have to worry about you smuggling cannons into the Tusks, do I?
Like, are you a noob? What a noob! And I'm like, okay, kid, cool your jets. But like, I think, you know, part of when there's text, I think a lot of times I will default to being like, what if I had texted that? Or what if I had typed that? What would I mean? I don't know. But and then kind of base it off of there. Kind of, it could, my biases are extra fucked up. You've nothing to fear from me. Oh, is the cannons. Runes restored to slowly dreams court, not for conquest.
Were they? We had not heard that part. But we don't hear much here. All the same, I believe you.
Very trustworthy.
The sentries were right about you. You have the same features as Arnand.
Indeed,
Andrew. Of course, but nevertheless. Wait, is that you, Marius?
It is Marius.
Gods, here we go.
What happened to your accent? Did you lose it?
I did. So Nimdudes like you would ask dumb questions.
It only took 3 years
good
for him
to
to
see
change
you
his
alive,
accent. That must be
regardless.
conscious.
You know what? I'm going to treat this as a good omen. Nandru himself knows we need one out here.
Things not looking too good for you in the Tusks?
Good. Take a look around. The Tusks never offered us much, and that was before the Beatles rose in their numbers.
Beatles rose
Never
their
mind
numbers.
the Dories, or the Dream Scourge, or fucking Amalia.
Amalia.
Crime rate in the Tusks must be abysmal. I wonder why.
Sounds like you already met her followers then. I hope they didn't cause you much harm.
Did we meet Amalia? They didn't. Don't worry yourself over it.
I'm relieved. They are my Keith envoy. Despite what they're doing, I don't wish to see them harmed.
Is that the hostile camp? Noble Summit, perhaps I could help?
I don't know what there is to be done. She and I used to command this tower in turn. I and my wardens kept watch while she and hers rested in the keep. And so too the reverse.
Sounds like a beneficial relationship.
Last watch, that is. When she and her wardens abandoned their post and marched on the gate and tried to leave.
Oh. Why did they do that?
Because life in the tower is torture.
Yikes.
We're low on supplies. The Vastes are winning against us.
The Vastes are winning
At the
against
request of the
us.
keep for aid. After it was denied, her warden spoke of mutiny. And after that, well, fighting broke out at the gate. My wardens and I rushed from our leave when we heard the alarms. Drove Amalia back. Now she set up camps in the Vastes. Main one is just up north in the Twined Wood. Another's just west of there, in a tower. Another east, in a cave.
Okay. Yeah.
She's broken her oath, and I'm trying to find a way to uphold mine.
To what oath do you refer?
To watch over the garden. It is this that keeps us bound to the Tusks.
Oh.
Our oaths are mortal
They're here
matters.
for the garden.
Traditionally, if a warden's oath is unfulfilled, their spirit lingers until another warden sees it completed. Or so they say.
They're wardens of the garden.
So
Shit.
it is. And if one of our own breaks an oath, well, I'd be breaking another oath if I speak much more to Marius. But you get the idea.
I can keep your hands clean and kill the Oathbreakers for you if you like.
No. No.
Okay, doesn't want that.
All I want is peace with her. But our talks, such as they were, have totally broken down.
Okay, but
Whenever I approach, she just tells me to stay away from the land beneath her banners.
there might be a way to amicably settle
After
this.
the raid, after our skirmishes, I don't see how we can talk anymore. But
We don't talk anymore.
would you be willing to talk to her? You are an envoy, after all.
That is my
I'm
title.
sure you've diffused more complicated situations.
Sure. What terms will we accept from her?
I have no demands except that she stops attacking us for trading near her camps. But she says she won't stop until they can all leave. And I can't grant her passage out of the Tusks. She has no duty out there. Nor can I grant her one. I don't know how to break the stalemate. But I'll quit talking your ear off. Thank you for indulging me. If you see Amalia or any of her camps, I hope you can get through to them.
I don't know how you just have to convince them to be like, have you considered just being happy with this shitty place you're in? Because it feels like the solution there would be to try and like let them leave, but that doesn't seem like it's an option. Was there not a way around? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. Oh. It's funny, I also, my, like, a lot of my online conversational instincts were developed,
Tell me you have everything. Tell me I can leave.
developed through, like, MOBAs, which
So
is pretty aggressive. So it's possible my,
brought what I require.
defenses are a little overtuned. I found everything needed for the cure. Here.
Yes, I can work with all of this. Thank you, traveler. 1,000 times thank you. And you, dwarf, you may go. I free you of this place.
Thank you.
Let's go.
I'm going back to the Warden Tower. Maybe I'll see you there.
Look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you so much. I really mean
I
that.
think
Be well
the
now.
other option was good. They were like, I'll see you at the tower. And they were like, given how well your last trip went, I find that highly
More,
doubtful.
perhaps, than I deserve. I bid you leave me to my rest now, traveler. Allow me to gather my strength again in peace.
Okay.
Wasn't expecting to help an ogre today. Oh.
Hopefully he'll remember how helpful we were next time we see him.
We're gonna see him again? But yeah, it's entirely possible. That could be why I view text pretty differently, because I feel like in general in like real life and regular conversation I'm much more understanding and empathetic and stuff, and it's possible that League of Legends may be a key factor why I'm not like that when it comes to most text things. Because it was more like more adapted to being a like porcupine, where it's like someone says something, you're like, attack back.
Oh, you stopped by. It's so good to see you again.
Good to see you again too.
Thank you. Gods, I'm glad to be out of that cave and, well, back to something normal. And Lorraine over there has really made me feel welcome. More than welcome, even.
Let's go.
She really helps me feel at ease. It's nice being with her.
Wish you both happiness, however it works
Thanks. We'll see how it goes, I guess. Anyway, I should let you get back to it. I'll be here should you ever need me for any reason. Oh, and one thing before I forget.
Yeah, I was like, she has a
The
shop
wardens let
icon
me
this whole
open
time.
shop. I don't have as much for sale as I like, but if you want to see what I've got, just ask.
I know, I was like, I've been trying to talk to her because she has, pearlescent ecosahedral hellstone. +3 intellect. That's a lot of intellect. If I had any intellect, maybe I would go for that. But I have none. And I don't think I need any. Oh, 14 lockpicks. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Do you think being a streamer has impacted that mindset since you've started? I mean, you would think so. But I don't think it has. I've been trying to shift, but I don't really think I have. Because one of the biggest I think like barriers to changing my active mindset on stream is that a lot of the times when I'm playing games and talking and doing stuff, it's very much passive, and I found it really hard to enact meaningful change in like perspective when you're not actively thinking about it. And so I'm relying very much on whatever basic instincts I have for any given situation, is what I think I would say. And so I've wanted to, because sometimes I've realized that I've probably been overly critical of something someone said.
We're also walking face first into a beetle lair.
When like 99% of the time, I'm pretty sure when people say things on stream, it's mostly just like a either there's a clear intent, like asking a specific question, or they're just trying to interact in some way where it's like, it's not really about what they're saying. It's just like a, hey, I'm here, we're talking. We're having a, this is a communal experience. And so really I should be taking each statement less seriously and just being like, hey, I see you. And being like, yes, we are communicating. And that's like the most important thing. But a lot of times I place too much importance on each and everything. And I'm like, I need to understand exactly what you were trying to say and what response you were looking for me. And I think that does, it's like, people are like, I don't know, I didn't really mean anything by it. I was just saying a thing, or, Oh, I can't shoot him again, because... So I try and chill out sometimes, or attempt to, but I'm pretty sure that after X amount of time, I just kind of forget about that and go back to being exactly how I normally am. But I think a lot of it does also come down to just like the more practice and exposure, the better. But I don't get too much practice or exposure, which is something I'm also working on coming to grips with. But it is what it is. Okay. Lightning. I don't know what that's unlocking, but if I see one of those, I hit one of those. Yeah, I'm trying to work on it, but changing perspectives and stuff is hard. But I think it's also nice to see that and experience that so that you can understand where, biases and misunderstandings things come from too. Because like, that is sort of, in broad terms, probably the root of almost all issues ever. So, learning and getting better at that, probably a pretty, important endeavor. This room has nothing in it. It's for an empty chest. I think, unfortunately, streaming has not really impacted my life positively in almost any way as of now. I think I have learned how to be somewhat more confident in this space specifically, like sitting in my room and talking to myself out loud. And I've definitely learned some technological skills and things, or just stuff about this.
Quickly, before I lose my lunch.
I don't know what this room is, but it's incredibly ominous. I'm assuming this is where Mater Mayor is. But I also... Ooh, treasure map. Ancient arrowhead. Found a strange arrowhead in the caves, where I'm not allowed to go exploring. I mean, arrowhead sounds like it would be good for my build. Well, Mater Mayor is a big beetle. And it doesn't have too much health. Oh, but it spawned 1 billion beetles. One of them... Oh my god, there are so many. There are so many. I think it was probably supposed to be like the kill them as you kill the boss, but I one-shot the boss, so now there's like 1,000 beetles. Okay, well, I'm just gonna try and back it up. Oh, Yahtzee, maybe slow everyone down. One massive side effect, detriment of streaming a lot is I've spent a lot more time like on the internet and stuff, and it has definitely negatively impacted, at least, like some portions of, I don't know, like, I don't think confidence is the right word, but it's like self-image, self-worth, I think is probably more accurate. Matriarch's horn. But so I wish I was like, oh, I've learned so much from streaming about people and interacting and life and things, but not really as of yet. Which seems crazy for the amount of time spent. I think that's a lot of times I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Maybe I just can't see it. Maybe I have been impacted positively and I just am too close. And I can really do it every other way. It's true. It's true. I know. I'm struggling to view the internet positively these days. Cause like I always hear, or you know, you see a lot of like heartwarming stories or stuff, or like my sister would tell me about. It's like, well, you know, people can find like their people and stuff, or you know, things, and it's like if you are in a part of the world where people don't agree with who you are, kind of things, and being able to talk to people who like respect you for who you are, that sounds like pretty awesome, right? Like you know, like I don't have any actual friends in real life, but like there are people that are my people online, and like I want to believe that is real because it definitely is in some cases, for sure. But like, I don't know, I feel like I see a degradation of humanity as a whole due to the internet, and I don't even know if even those moments are enough to counter it, you know? Good community builder, that's not always easy to find. Yeah. And when it's like any community ever, you have all the same issues of like exclusion and, you know, ostracization, misunderstandings, and things that happen in any place where it's like when people are finding people to talk to, things gonna get like clicky or mean, right? Like, and so it's like, for every possible benefit, they're the same, you know, negatives. And when there are so many people, and the like, just the what was I unlocking with this? Did I ever find that? And it's that I guess it's what people would call like parasocial stuff. A lot of times you can get the same, you know, sense of community, but if... Oh, it's this door right here. It never looked up this way. Where I think, you know, a lot of times you get sometimes the false sense of like, oh, people are agreeing with me, I'm agreeing with a lot of people, and then you can like solidify some potentially, in my point of view, negative like thought processes and things, but that's also subjective because who am I to decide what is right or wrong? But like sometimes you see people being like really nasty to each other online because they come from a community or come from like Twitter where they see a bunch of people posting negatively about something, and it's like, what Why? What? Hang on. What are we doing? Especially with like, I am very, I'm talking very unspecifically, but like stuff I've seen a lot recently is that I am also very aggressively anti. Oh, this was just this place, this down hole. Okay, we explored. I am very anti AI in most scenarios. Not like philosophically. I think there is ways to have AI that is helpful and good, but the way we've gone about things, and the way it's used and trained and stuff is just we're not there right now.
No one here. Been empty for a while.
But on the flip side, the like AI accusation side is we've gone too far. As you know, as AI art gets better, it gets harder to detect, but that doesn't mean it's okay to get it wrong. And I've seen at least one account that on Twitter that was they just deleted their whole account and they just left. They were like, you know what, Twitter done, which is so understandable. But I really enjoy seeing like pieces of art, and the idea that I will get to see less of it. The places that I'm looking is just kind of sad. And so I really hope that person was just like, this was fucked up, and just left and was like, I don't want to deal with that. But I worry that it was more impactful than that, and that sucks. Because someone just was like, this is AI garbage, and then a bunch of people were just bandwagon hating on them and everything they've ever done. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing? That is so not what we're doing. Which is interesting because I'm very negative AI art, but I'm mostly negative AI art because I'm pro real artist, and if we friendly fire at all, it is not worth it. Like, I wish we didn't have AI art and that no one would use it, but I would rather we had AI art and people that were using it and doing bad stuff than getting rid of a single real artist. That is not a worthwhile trade. It's like I don't feel like I could ever compromise on that. I'm like, that is what? Digging through the slop to find stuff will only get harder, right? The more that AI art is out there, which can be hard. Like I don't want to have to dig through slop, but I would rather dig through slop than know that to get rid of it we had to sacrifice anything. Which is funny. It's like, classic dilemma. Would you sacrifice a single real artist to get rid of all AI art? And I'm like, I don't think that works. I don't think that's yeah, but that maybe that's a valid that could be a pretty good no, what's I'm missing. It's not like a philosophical quandary. No, it's what are trolley problems? What are they called? I don't know. It's like a hypothetical, but why am I missing? I don't. There might be a term I'm looking for. I don't know. But it's like would you? One real artist will never make art again or share it with the world, but there will be no more AI art. Is that a compelling question? Because it's like, you would probably save a lot of artists' jobs and probably maintain the artistic integrity of our, you know, species community for a lot longer. But like, is that worth it? I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Oh, but at the same time, I'm also like, but I'm in no way defending keeping AI art. That's not something I like. I have yet to see a use of AI art that I was like, oh wow, I'm so glad this exists. So it's definitely not for any of those reasons, but I don't know. Oh, was this nothing?
Wagon tracks, heading toward the slumbering fields. Looks like they went this way.
Where the hell am I?
Here we go.
I thought, didn't I come from this direction? I'll need to check the map after this. Is that the quandary? I don't fucking know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling more and more overall negative about the internet over time. Oh wow, I moved way further up the coastline than I thought I had. Interesting. There's still quite a bit of territory there. Because I was like, oh, there's a door in that tower that I need to go through. Oh, did I? Oh, okay, because I was here at this bridge thing, and then I went and climbed some of that stuff. Oh, okay. And I'd never crossed like this mountain range yet. Ooh, wow, the tree looks really beautiful at night. Yeah, no one's gone and investigated that thing. Really? Some of the framing of this game is a little far-fetched to me. That like, what? They're like, the garden? I've never heard of that. And then the wardens here are like, yeah, we're here to protect the garden. And I'm like, they have books on it. I'm like, how did you guys not figure any of this out before? And they're like, the godless didn't have a god. And I don't know. I feel like a lot of this information was readily available, but people just weren't doing a very good job. And like, what, they never went and investigated the giant glowing tree? Come on, I know this place is like, oh, it's so inhospitable and no one would ever go here, but like, that's like, you can see that from a long way away. It seems like quite prevalent. Yeah, I think I was running along the shoreline here. Do you call this a shore? Probably. Lava shore. Lava beach. Because that does represent a... Oh, what's going on here, guys? Oh, hello. It's just a fire party. My favorite enemies. Blights. All the ice damage is doing wonders on them. The shores offer a nice border. How many of these can I shoot at once? I think I'm stuck on a skeleton, so none. The skeleton can block me. I'm burning. Burn, baby, burn. Stew eaten. Stew eaten. Why can't I sprint? Oh, now I can. That was weird. I also think I'm pretty biased against social media, so I think that's a me problem. Yeah, okay. It is 12, so I should probably consider. Oh, this is probably where the shield is, isn't it? Is there like a button? Oh no, wait, what? This table has... Ah! Is this the shield treasure room, or was this something else? Maybe, I don't know. Either way, it's cool. Times tarnish. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, my loyal shield. Blocking has a 20% chance to refill 20 stamina, 10% chance to avoid melee damage. Okay, well, there's so many shields in this game. Shield lovers rejoice. I don't know if any of them are like any good. That one seems good, I guess. I guess the like counterpoint to that is like whoosh. I clearly am able to do a ton of damage, and I'm a little glass cannony, but like I don't feel unsafe. I am playing on like the standard difficulty, so I don't know if it's like maybe on higher difficulties you need to use more defensive tactics. But if I was using a shield, I'd probably be able to do a little bit less damage because my hands would be less full of gun. And the more hands that you're holding gun, the better, it seems like. This is pro gun propaganda game. I'm Arquebus. What? I'm not. Not Arquebus coded. I'm Arquebus pilled. Arquebus pilled. That's what I was looking for. Jeez. Wow. What? Really spent a lot of brain power coming up with that end product. Jeez. Now this is content. I was like, I feel like I'm looking for a word, and then I found it, and I was disappointed in myself. Oh, is that... Had I explored, like, that whole tower? That down area was definitely the main attraction of that, but was there anything else up here? Oh, the door. Oh, no, that really was it. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because I kind of was following that without looking around. Okay. Let's see, how we doing? The Spore King. I don't want to. I don't think I have the time or want to finish exploring this entire part of the map.
Of all the stupid things our people ever did, Forja may strike us all down, but they'll keep carving that blasted thing forever.
Carving that blessed thing forever. What's going on here?
Gods, look at that hideous thing. And I was already having a bad hunt today. That just makes it worse. Another monument to none. Just more proof Solis Keep doesn't know its own priorities. Maybe they'll learn once the sculptors die of hunger trying to finish it.
Sounds like you're unimpressed with the sculpture of Nandru. What's the story there?
Only a story of waste and foolishness. All that time and labor could be spent on better things. Councilman Kostya is right. What's the point of honoring Nandru when our people are dying? We should be feeding our people and gathering medicine for our sick.
There's a time and place for creating frivolous monuments. This isn't one of them.
No, it isn't. But Solace Keep makes a holy duty out of these old traditions. And so we keep on ignoring what we dwarves actually need.
Sculpture does seem wasteful. Don't blame me for being frustrated.
I hope not. It's not just me. Many of us are also upset by this obsession with the past. Forget it. What's the point of talking Pargrunen business with an outlander?
I think I will have an impact on your culture. Sorry.
To hunt. The keep needs whatever meat we can get.
Beetle meat. Oh yeah, look at that. They really are making a big old carving.
This is a bit too crowded for my taste. I suggest the back door. It's more fun anyway.
Back door. So, they really, those guys are, I feel like I want a peaceful resolution with those wardens, but it doesn't feel like, I don't know how you would do that because they're immediately aggroed as soon as you walk up. So... Frozen. Oh, he dodged. Oh shit. Did a lot of damage. How deep is this water? Not deep over here. That's for sure. Nor over here. Well, it's good to check. Good to check. Wonder if there's a camp over here somewhere. I did walk by a bunch of camps. Oh, there's the one over there. And one down there, so they wouldn't need one out here. Could be kind of overkill. Is there a way to skirt by? No. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Cause I could hit a camp, fatty camp visit before I end stream. Do a little check in. Although the companions don't seem to want to talk, but could definitely see if we got any upgrade materials. I don't think we got a ton today, but I definitely looted a couple. Some branches. And the closer I can get to, I wanna max out the weapon. Cause I bet there's achievement for it, and I I figure that once you get to the third pip of legendary that it's just maxed, but I'm like, what if there's like, can you put a bunch of Adra in at the end and it does something fancy or something? I doubt that. I'm pretty sure this is just, you know, what it is, but what if? I'm curious. Is there like, you know, an exalted final upgrade or something? Was it weapon glow? I don't know. This is dead Zarp underneath this. A nice dragon painting. It's really good. The Zarps are pretty good artists, not gonna lie. Do we need to go back and check on the lady with her her twin soul Zarp? How are they doing? Hope they're doing well. Okay, so this is the side of that outpost. Cause is there a way to, could you sneak in and talk to Amalia, or do you just have to kill all those wardens? I feel like the implication based on talking to that the dwarf at the outpost was that it felt like there should be a way to oh, we do normally end short streams about now-ish. Sorry, that was definitely from a while ago. I missed it. Somewhere normally between like 11:50 to like, sometimes I go as long as 1. Normally it depends on when my family wants lunch, because it's Wednesday lunch day. But that is not actually a hard defined limit today. But so as long as I wrap up somewhere around now-ish, should be fine. So I'm just gonna do a little more exploring. I'm trying to line up a headshot on this bear, but it is feasting. I guess I don't really need to go for a sneak attack or anything, but... And this thing will get annihilated. I bet as soon as we, as soon as I get the stun attack, it's just gonna die. Yeah, I put too much effort into that. Jesus. My single target damage is high. Maybe they broke stealth for a reason, because if my stealth was functioning, would I just like kill that bear? Probably not really, but I would have done like half its health. Depending on how the percentages stack, I guess. But yeah, you put a big single target in front of me and I will kill it. Cartographer's Companion. What is that? 1 dexterity, 2 perception. You know, that's probably worth it. Will I finally replace the enchanted Solinet that I've been wearing? Solinet. Since it's the first necklace I found, and I've been wearing it the whole time. But I mean, if I find any more gold right now, I would just be sad that I took it off. Do I need any more money? I mean, things are getting kind of expensive, so... I probably need all the money I can get, right? But yeah, normally my short streams for both Wednesday and Sunday, when I used to do them, were purely lunch related. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll complete the circuit back to this camp and then camp there. That sounds reasonable. I've made it back to camp. I'm gonna check out Bareth's Bounty. It's not alive, is it? Hello, chest. Spill your secrets to me. Ooh, young gray bear. Gray bear? It's like not a polar bear. It's kind of an ash bear. Boosh. Don't even need to take out the healer if you can one-shot whoever they're fighting. Nice.
I think I sprained my shoulder.
A common robe. Marius strained his shoulder a lot. Maybe he should chill out. Okay. Ooh, I don't want to go too far up this cliff because it looks like there's a bent farmhouse key. Is there any other way to get in there? It's kind of looking like no, but can you climb that? I don't think so. Okay. Look for a bent farmhouse key. Could do that. I'm sure Zarp has it or something. Can I not climb this? I must have tried that. Yeah, it doesn't really feel like I'm supposed to be up here. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie then. Ooh, hello. Oh, this is probably the key. Twined wood. Oh. Spoiled cabbage. Mmm. Spoiled apple.
The dream scourge made itself at home here.
Child's note of warning. My mom started talking strange, forgetting things. Don't stay here, but you forget your family too. Ooh. Yikes. What a lovely little lore find here, I guess.
Yeah.
Yay. Dream scourged family. Damn. Brutal. Brutal. Beetle jerky. Mmm. Yummy in my tummy. Looks like I've been here. I'm assuming that's kind of like the farm area. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and there was at least one Zarb on the road here that I saw, so I will go put him out of his misery. The rest of his camp is definitely dead, so. Don't want to leave him alone. That would just be sad, wouldn't it? Pretty fucked up thing to say. Okay. We shall camp, and I will bid you adieu for today. Nice short little stream. Oh, we still haven't found the totem base, right? And I haven't found a lot of the pieces either. Now I'm thinking about it. Okay, Heaven Strike needs... Oh, we have 15 branches. Yeah. I don't think that's happening. Oh, maybe. Except for I can't craft into the other parts. I need one more. I need 7 of these. Okay, so, but I might have some things to break down. Oh yeah, a couple of them. No superbs, it looks like, but exceptional should be just as fine. Oh, they're having a conversation. Crafting, so we want hardwood. Oops. We want petrified wood. We want blackwood. We want glass. And we just need 1. Oh. Heaven Strike, legendary quality, +3. Yeah, fully upgraded. No achievement? Fully upgraded weapon? No? Okay. Never mind then. Maybe you need like a fully upgraded piece of gear and weapon or something? I don't really remember why I'm wearing this one. It's got reload speed. Reload speed, I guess, is good. Okay, wait, what did I need for this? 2 dragon hide and 2... Where's my dragon hide? Here it is. Oh my god, I've got so many of these. Now I need 16 and 4. And 4. I'm gonna run out of the stools. The flat damage reduction is getting really high. Okay, 28 and 6. Although I can upgrade these. Oh, how many? $13. Why the fuck did I do that? I need 6. Oh, that's not that many. Yeah, these secondary upgrade materials are not that demanding. 28. Maybe I am gonna run out of this. Yeah. Quick maths. Do I get an achievement now? No.
Have you ever met a marine godlike? One of Andra's children?
Marine godlike?
Ngati's children, as they're called in Deadfire. I've heard stories, but never met one. They're rare everywhere, but revered among the Wana.
I've always wanted to study one up close, but they're a slippery bunch.
Slippery?
Why are you so interested?
Purely academic reasons.
I might know a particularly charming one, if you need an introduction, dearie.
Maybe I'll take you up on that. Later, of course. And let's keep it between us.
Too late. We heard everything.
Okay. I do got a max weapon and maxed armor. That's pretty cool. We're pretty loaded. Ready for anything and everything. I feel like I was already taking pretty low damage today, so even more. You could probably get some crazy tanky heavy armor, I bet. Nice. Nice. Indeed. Very nice. Thank you so much, everyone who stopped by today, whether you're here now or long gone. Special thank you to Lou. Thank you for keeping me company. I hope you had a fun time today. I really appreciate when people are hanging out and chatting with little old me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye for now. It was a lovely time. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed. I had a lovely time playing the game and chatting with you. I'll see you around.